Some fantasies can be very crazy that you'd never want to think about. Fantasies are the imaginations that we normally create in our own minds, but some people do go extra miles to do them in real life just to please their excitement, their curiosity, or just to satisfy their own emotions. Believe me when I say there are no rules in fantasies, only what feels good for the moment. You can imagine. And believe me when I say some fantasies can be very crazy. Yes, my guys. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you some of the dangerous fantasies that women crave or they have already done them in real life. So stay tuned. The first one on my list today is threesome. Yes, my guys, you know, for some women, fantasies like threesome is the idea of multiple people having sex with her at the same time. Multiple people watching her, multiple people fighting for her energy, multiple people mishandling her in bed. This is what some women crave for. That attention makes them feel powerful and exciting. This normally happens especially with a woman who is not always satisfied in bed. So she needs multiple types of men to satisfy her in bed at the same time. Yes, my guys. As well, some women are obsessed with this fantasy because it makes them feel irresistible. It makes them feel like men are worshipping them like a mini god. You can imagine all that attention. Some women can be very addicted to attention to an extent that they allow multiple men into their lives sexually. Yes, my guys. Some women can be very addicted to this fantasy because it makes them feel like they are in control. You know, this fantasy is full of jealousy, tension, and unpredictability of things getting wild in any second. So some women are so addicted with the drama, with the chaos, that they find it easier enough to tolerate this kind of fantasy. Yes, my guys. So if you are in a relationship with a woman who has always initiated threesome, or you have already tried it with her with different types of men, she is not a good woman, because I don't believe that a good woman would associate herself with this type of fantasy. So yes, my guys, this is the first female dark fantasy that most women crave for in relationships or just randomly. Another fantasy is a toxic attraction. Yes, my guys. Now, a toxic attraction is when you are addicted or obsessed with someone who is not clearly good for you. You know, some women are so obsessed with this fantasy. They end up falling for toxic men, and this is what they end up settling for. Toxic attraction happens especially when your emotions are in control more than your logic. And as we know, women, they are naturally emotional creatures. So some women might go to an extent of settling or staying into toxic relationships. The more you outbreak them, the more they fall in love. The more you cheat on them, the more she loves you. The more you beat her, the more you disrespect her, the more you treat her badly, the more she stays with you. They are so used to this emotional roller coaster. They are used to chaos because chaos feels like a connection to them, to an extent that if things are going on well in a relationship, they don't feel at peace. They are so used to chaos. Yes, my guys, this is not love. This is a toxic attraction, and this is another fantasy that some women are so obsessed with. Number 3, the forbidden fantasy. Yes, my guys. Now, this is another fantasy that women really love so much. You know, we human being, our mind is very strange, because the more forbidden something is to us, the more attractive it becomes to us. Our brain is wired to strongly react to something risky outside the normal rules. Now, I want to give you an example, like eating it in a church, having sex in a church, where you know very well that this is a place of worship, but your brain can't stop exaggerating thoughts. You just go ahead and don't think about it and end up eating it in a church. You know, this is the forbidden fantasy that I'm talking about. Having sex in a place that is very respected, very serious. You just go ahead and break the rules. Yes, my guys, these are the 3 fantasies that women really love so much. So make sure you subscribe to that channel, and see you next time in the next one.